Class, am I audible and is that presentation visible?
Visible, ma'am.
Okay, fine, thank you.
Furniture.
So the first thing what we are going to see is furniture design process. So to start with the furniture design process, I have already given you an small exercise on furniture for an institutional building. You would have had a better idea. This is to add much more points and to give much clarity on how you have to proceed with that kind of exercise. I think still most of you have not submitted it. Still for them it will be much more useful. So now what we are going to see is furniture design process. First you have to pre-design, research and program. What is mean by pre-designing, research and program? So design in terms of like the fabrication limitation, the economy, or like for whom you are designing, why, what is the purpose and everything. This is what which is called as pre-design. So if I start straight away start with the designing, if I am telling you that you have to design a furniture for an institutional building. So whereas the institutional building, you need to first think institutional building for which age category. It is for schools children's or kindergartners. Kindergartners means less than like 5 years kids, like 5 years or up to 6 years, no, those kids. Or for the students who are studying in college, or teenagers, or for an adult, for whom you are going to address it. And what is the purpose? It is for writing desk, or whether they are going to use the laptop digital medium, or they are going to use some other mode of presentation. You need to first think of that. Okay, these things are to be considered before you going into a furniture design. This is what is called as pre-design. Research process is like you are analyzing the need and the age group and what, how you are going to go about with the designing of a furniture. So I think it would have joined much more clarity to what you have been studying, as in like what you have done in your exercise. So coming to the schematic diagram, the first phase is the process of designing furniture. Sketch and rough design study models are made to communicate idea and study compositional aspects. Sketching is an important design skill that helps the designers think visually on a paper. So you start sketching it. Okay. Expression of basic essential idea and concept of the design. So you partly sketch, try to communicate the spatial components of the design, and all this it's called as like you're thinking of how you're going to go about with that furniture design. Okay, this is about the different types, like how you have to express your thought process. Okay, expressing your thought process in furniture designing. So you come to the design development process where the developer spends around 15 to 20% of their design time in this phase, which means this is where you start doing with the measured drawings. These will be like mostly a, a perspective study or an elevation, everything will be with a rough scale. Whereas when you come for an design development, you need to be very you should know a lot in terms of technical aspect, dealing with the material, dealing with the measurements. What is the ergonomics? Ergonomics is nothing but the position or the measurement in which a furniture has to be designed for a particular age group. Okay, like you have something called as TSS interior design, where they would have put what should be the leg height of a chair, what should be the width of the seater. So all these have been explained in detail in interior design TSS. Okay, I think so. Hope you kids should have been having that. If not, please let me know. By end of the session I will share that with you. Okay, fabrication drawing also refers to as construction drawing, where you need to have the full detailing and analysis, everything you need to have. coming to the pricing and contract negotiation, I think so you would have not known about this, but you would have had a clear idea regarding this with the first presentation of our, guest architect Gautam. Do you remember that? He was practicing architect, and he had explained you regarding the modular kitchen. He was expressing you about the pricing and contract negotiation of a furniture design and how they produce the drawing and all these things. Shop drawing, templates, working prototypes are nothing but your detailing digitally or manually. During, like, before some 10 years or something, they had a working prototype in sense they had a physical model. They had a physical model to be represented in the place. Now where you are using a digital model or a digital, you know using the softwares like Maya, InDesign, a moving model of an using Lumion. All these things have been used by you people now. So this is telling us in detail about the process of furniture design. What is fabrication? Fabrication is nothing but how we are going to give a good output out of the design which have been developed by you. And delivery and installation is nothing but how we are going to deliver. You are going to assemble it and deliver, or you are going to install it after going to the site. These are like the different processes. First unit we have seen about the process of interior designing. This is about the process of furniture making or furniture designing. So now coming to the classification of furnitures. So on what basis do we classify furnitures? This is like based on the how many, like, different types. The first thing is based on form. Based of the form, it's like whether it is like whether the shape or the tensile capacity, and where it is going to be used. What is this place of significant demand upon the design what you are going to do? These are the things that has to be considered when you are designing or giving a much emphasis on the form. Okay. Based on the form, the shape can be angular, composite, curvilinear, and orthogonal, sectional, or modular. So when you say like angular, non-curvilinear geometries, it's like you have some examples. Now we'll be seeing this examples of these architects as an image in an image form. So just bear with me. You just have to note these things. So composite means I have given an example of composite table. So curvilinear means like how it is going to be. It is like a inflated therapy ball. So simply curvilinear forms. These things can be in demand in accordance to the shape of the building also. So just listen to this. We will see some images in the end of this word file. Orthogonal means it's a composed of a rectangular geometric form created by lines, planes, and volume placed at 90 degrees to each other. Sectional or modular. The sectional furnitures are arranged or arrangement of components that can be composed in the various ways. Spatial organization between the people and the furniture. It can be between the furniture and the interior, or it can be upon the geometries of the furniture. So these are the some of the types of spatial organization. It can be centralized, clustered, grid form, linear, and radial. So centralized, it focuses on the towards the center of the space. A centralized space is experienced phenomenon that is influenced by many factors like furniture, material, people, activity, lighting, and acoustics. A clustered arrangement are apparently whenever a group of three or more elements share a same field. A clustered spatial organization can appear random in a plan. So it is like clustered, mostly it is used in an office plan. So example is Action Office Series 1986. We'll be seeing all these images down. So the grid is nothing but transferring the order under the layering of spatial organization. So linear, so how it is arranged. So this is example of it is designed by Ron Arden. So this is an example of linear. So typological of orders, it can be flat pack, build, freestanding or inflated, transformable and mobile. So let us go to this another one presentation, because this is fully notes. It will be little monotonous for you. Just wait for a minute. I'm just transferring to another PPT.